Today's presentation, and as I talked about, it's not me, it's this actual machine itself that Enagic makes. And what we're looking at here is the SD501, and let me just take a moment here to explain to you how it is that this technology actually works, and then I'm going to take you through a demonstration very similar to the one I saw 9 months ago, so you can actually see with your very own eyes what it is that this water has to offer in terms of benefits for you and your family. Now, what I'd like to do is first of all take you through the process. You see, what happens is, what we're going to do is we're going to take ordinary tap water, your ordinary tap water that you have an unlimited supply of, and we're going to push that tap water through this white hose. And the first thing that's going to actually take place is the water itself, your tap water, is going to get filtered. As the water travels through this filter right here, we're going to remove all the impurities, the rust, the leads, the chlorines, and all the impurities in the water, and what remains behind are the minerals. The calciums, the magnesiums, the sodiums, potassiums, and as we all know, first of all, our body needs the minerals. As a matter of fact, our body needs minerals more so than vitamins, but we also need those minerals for this next stage to occur. You see, behind this filter are a set of 7 massive electrolysis plates, and it's these plates that actually create the magic to the water, if you will. As a matter of fact, what I'm holding in my hand is a set of those 7 electrolysis plates, and think of this as the engine. This is what's actually driving this technology, and the secret to the grade of water is, as the water travels across these electrode plates, what it's going to do. Because through a process called electrolysis, we're going to take an average water molecule and we're going to split it into a negative ion and a positive ion. Now, the negative ion water is what the Japanese refer to as Kangen water, and that's the water that we're going to drink. And the Kangen water is actually going to travel through the top of this device here. Now, simultaneously, that positive ion water is going to actually travel through this secondary hose, and we're going to talk about what kind of water comes out of that here in just a second. Now, as you initially start to drink this water, we don't want to shock our bodies with too much alkalinity, and as a result of that, you're going to actually start with 8.5. As you just heard, there's a built-in microprocessor that's going to tell you all along the way what kind of water it is that this device is making. So when you initially start, we're going to start with 8.5 or 8.5 alkaline water for the first 2 weeks. From that, we're going to go to
Kangen Water 9.0.
Kangen Water 9.0. And here we want to stay for another 2 weeks, and then after about 30 days, this is whereabouts you want to stay at.
Kangen Water 9.5.
Kangen Water 9.5. And so again, for the first couple weeks, we're going to start at 8.5. We're going to ease our way into this alkalinity and then go to 9. And then after 30 days, we're going to stay at 9.5. And this is the water that we want to drink and saturate our bodies with. Now, when you press this button here,
Clean water.
now as you hear, the device is telling you that we're making clean water. Now this is water that's actually been filtered, except it's not been electrolyzed. And the reason you'd want to use that water is on 2 separate scenarios. First of all, if you've got babies at home, I mean, when the babies were born, God made them perfect. They don't need any more alkalinity. So as a result of that, if you were to mix, say, a baby formula, you would do it with the clean water. Also, if you've got somebody that's taking medications at home, because of the solvency properties of this water and the microclustering technology, you'd want to take your medications with clean water. You wait about 30 to 45 minutes, and then you can have as much of the Kangen water as your little old heart desires. And I'm going to actually take you through a demonstration with some tea here in a few minutes, so you'll get an idea as to why that is the case. Now, when you press this yellow button down here, this water carries with it a pH of 5.5.
Beauty water.
The Japanese call this beauty water or sansei water, and water that has a pH of 5.5 is absolutely awesome for your skin and for your hair. As a matter of fact, most ladies buy something called toner at $20, $30, $50 a bottle, and the purpose of toner is to bring your skin's pH back to that balance. And here, with this device here, you can take ordinary tap water and make an unlimited supply of it. And again, this water is absolutely awesome for your skin and for your hair. Now, when you press this button down here,
strong acidic water.
We make a strong acidic water, and the strong acidic water is going to come through this gray hose. Now, this water, imagine this makes a pH that's 2.5. Now, germs and bacteria cannot survive in this environment. As a matter of fact, this water can kill E. coli and salmonella in about 30 seconds, okay? Beyond that, this water is also very good to apply externally. In the event that you have something like eczema or psoriasis or atopic dermatitis, this water is absolutely awesome to put on your skin topically. Some other applications might be to brush your teeth with and gargle with. Many germs and bacteria actually start in your mouth. This water is phenomenal to gargle with and to brush your teeth. Beyond that, also, in the event that you should burn yourself, this water is absolutely incredible if you should burn yourself. And we've got countless stories on burn situations in the few short months that we've been around us. And keep in mind, at the beginning of the presentation, we talked about all the different hospitals and medical centers throughout Japan that are using this technology, and part of their interest was in the strong acid water because of its amazing disinfectant properties. Now, as that water is traveling through the top of this device, what's coming through, through this secondary hose, what's coming through the top of this device is what we refer to as strong Kangen water or strong alkaline water that has a pH of 11.5. Now, this water has amazing cleansing or detergent-like properties. Imagine a water that can actually remove blood from clothing or stains from carpeting. Imagine a water that can remove herbicides, pesticides, insecticides from produce, so not only will your produce taste much better, but in the grand scheme of things, it's actually going to last you much longer. Now, in terms of maintenance, let me just explain to you. It's very simple here. This filter, on average, is good for about 3,000 gallons. In terms of maintenance or cost, replacement cost, you're looking at approximately $100. Now, beyond that, and by the way, the built-in microprocessor will let you know when it's time to replace this filter. Beyond that, about every 6 months, what you want to do is you want to take out this cartridge here, the filter, and put a cleaning cartridge inside, and the purpose of that cleaning cartridge is to clean the mineral deposits off of this engine, okay? Think of this like changing oil on your car. Now, if you were to do that on average about every 6 months, keep in mind the minimum life expectancy of this machine is 15 years. It carries with it a 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, and there's also an unconditional satisfaction money-back guarantee. And since I'm on this engine here, this is really where Enagic separates itself from the competition. Because in terms of making the quality of the water, the grade of water that you want for you and your family, you want the surface area to be as large as possible, because the more surface area there is, in other words, as the water travels across these 7 big old plates, it's going to make the best grade of water out of any ionizer in the marketplace. And this, again, this is where our product separates itself from the competition. Now, enough said about the machine itself. What we're going to do is we're going to move to the most exciting part of the presentation, and that's in the actual demonstration. And I'm going to take you through a demonstration that I saw about 9 months ago, very similar to what I saw about 9 months ago. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a very popular soft drink, and the reason that we use this clear Sprite is that so that way you can see the reaction that we're going to have with this pH testing solution, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to pour some Sprite in here, as so. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take also a very popular soft drink, and again, we use a clear liquid so that way you can see how this thing tests out. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a product that Coca-Cola makes. This is a reverse osmosis water, and you'll want to pay attention to what happens as we test this water. And alongside Dasani is its counterpart made by Pepsi, which is Aquafina. Again, this is a reverse osmosis water. And we're not here to just pick on Aquafina or Dasani. This actually applies to any reverse osmosis water. Right next to it, we've got our Kangen water, which is the 9.5, and this is the water that we're going to be drinking. And over here on the end is the tap water here. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this pH testing solution and we're going to put 4 drops in each of these liquids, and what we're looking to do is match some colors here, okay? And again, we want to be on the alkaline side, meaning that we're looking for a dark blue or a purple color instead of an orange or a yellow. So let's just go ahead and see what happens. So we're going to put 4 drops in each. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's just go ahead and give each of these a stir, and let's just look and see what happens. And here's our Sprite.